Hello, my name is Dylan Elliott, and I'll be your host for the American Road Trip. Today, we're going to be traveling from Los Angeles to Miami to New York, back to Los Angeles again. Okay, first things first, let's get this car right out of the way. I'm driving myself a Lamborghini Aventador. This thing holds a 6.5 liter V12 engine. This thing can go from 0 to 60 in just 2.9 seconds, okay? That is so much brake horsepower, you don't even know what to do with it. I'm pretty sure half of these horses are screaming inside this bad boy. And we're off. Alright. I am, for one, excited to see what the great outdoors of America has to offer. I believe that road trips isn't just for the actual destination or the stories to tell, but it's about the sceneries. It's about the environment. It's about the cultures that you get to experience instead of what you get to have on a day-to-day basis. That is what I believe a road trip is truly about. Alrighty, so we made it to our first destination, which is Venice Beach. So Venice is founded in 1905, and it is a beachfront neighborhood in LA that has canals built to resemble those of Venice, Italy. And also, did you know that Venice used to be home to 450 oil rigs in the 1920s? Next up in our American road trip is Palos Verdes. The reason why I came to Palos Verdes is due to the absolutely stunning scenery. It is a Tuesday morning. The sun is out, shining brightly upon your skin. You hear the trees rustling in the background as you cruise down a seemingly endless hallway of mansions until you arrive at your destination, Palos Verdes. This group of coastal cities is situated on a peninsula with dramatic views of the Pacific Ocean. And dramatic these views are. After driving for such a long period of time, I realized I was starting to get hungry. So I found a little sandwich sat right on the corner of this little store called the Bakery. Yeah, the Bakery. The Bakery seemed like a nice, cozy place to eat, so I decided to park there and get myself a sandwich. Back on the road again, I just want you guys to be able to hear and experience the sound of a monstrous V8 engine. Due to the heavy rain, it made it very hard for me to get to my destination, but after a long while of driving and getting lost, I was finally able to make it to Las Vegas, or at least near Las Vegas. More like Death Valley. Anyways, the giant thermometer. This massive thermometer was built to commemorate the record 57 degrees Celsius record in Death Valley in 1913. And for those of you who doesn't know 57 degrees Celsius, imagine 100 degrees Celsius is the boiling point of water, which is 212 degrees Fahrenheit. So yeah, that's pretty hot. My next destination was the Space Arrays. Luckily it was pretty close to the giant thermometer, so it wasn't much trouble for me getting there. I personally don't believe in aliens, but it would be pretty cool to think that there's some people beyond us than just ourselves. But enough speculation. The Space Arrays. These huge antennae are used to track and communicate with space missions as well as radar map planets. Maybe they're talking to aliens right now. Who knows? This is the part most people don't talk about, and that's actually making sure that you're arriving at your destination on time, making sure that you don't get lost, like I did trying to get to the giant thermostat. Right now, I'm looking for the Amboy crater and trying to see where it is. Not only that, I'm trying to see if I could find anywhere else to go that might pique my interest. had to switch my vehicle due to the Amboy crater being off-road. Currently, I'm driving a Ford F-150 that has been heavily modified to meet my off-road needs. Finally made it to the Amboy crater. It was actually really hard getting here. So many rocks, hills. I was flying all over the place. This 80,000-year-old extinct cinder cone volcano rises above a 27 square mile lava field in Southern California. As you can see, the lava field is actually gone, but this is just a, let's say, shell of what the volcano once was. My next destination is gonna be Detroit, and thus so, I wanted to make sure I get there as quick as possible. And so, because the roads are very, let's say, not in well shape, I enlisted my fastest road bike, the Kawasaki Ninja. Now, the Kawasaki Ninja with a base stock has 296 cc's, and its displacement or compression ratio is 10.6 to 1. 10.6 to 1 means that for every piece of fuel, there is 10.6 pieces of air. On the road once more, heading to Detroit. And on my way, I actually came across this little old mill house. I honestly didn't know what it was, but I just thought, might as well just me check it out. Though I did get my bike dirty in the process, but whatever. So I'm here at the old mill. My bike is obviously dirty. Gonna have to get that cleaned. I digress. This ghost town was built as a settlement for gold miners in the 1900s. I wonder if I could find myself some gold right there, right now. Driving around for such a long time gets tiring after a while, especially if all you're doing is just sitting on a bike, just cruising up and down the highway at supersonic speeds. So I decided to plug in my earbuds and give my tunes a tune. Tunes a tune. Some of my songs include trap music, more trap music, even more trap music, even more, some jazz, until I had a perfect combination of what I call beautiful music. On my way to Detroit, I came across the Grand Canyon. And grand this canyon is. So, the Grand Canyon is a vast canyon, not duh, it's a Grand Canyon, what do you expect? That is formed by the passage of the Colorado River. The Grand Canyon has exposed nearly 2 billion years of Earth's geological history. I have now switched to my motorbike because I have found a shortcut that allow me to get to Houston 5 times quicker than it would normally do on the road. And I would like to say that this shortcut truly pays off towards the end. Like I said, it really does pays off. I had found a beautiful spot. And like I said before, this is what the American road trip is truly about. Taking in the scenery and admiring what Mother Nature had truly brought us. A majestic land. I switched over to my Aston Martin Vintage for my cruise around Dallas. Look at those beautiful skylights in the foreground. That is a sight to behold. Now look at all these skylights. Dallas is a great place to be whenever you're just trying to cruise up and down to see the streets and the scenery. And we are here, Dallas, Texas. This 9th largest city in the U.S. has the same notable examples of modernist and post-modernist architecture. Currently, I'm in the New Orleans French chapter, and I heard that this place got great souvenirs. So, what I decided to do is I decided to go to a gift shop and get myself some items. Ah, Miami. Took me a few days to get here, with all the traffic and more traffic, and me being a human and all and having to eat. It delayed my travel a little bit, but thank God I'm here at northern Miami. This suburban Miami city is originally the town of Art Creek, lies on Biscayne Bay, and is a great place for sailing enthusiasts. For the last part of my trip, I have decided to switch over to my Lamborghini Murcielago. This car has great handling and will be proven to be a vital asset for me traveling around New York City due to their high corners and tight turns. New York City. We have finally made it, and our first destination is gonna be Central Park. You cannot come to New York and not go to Central Park at all. If you do go to New York without going to Central Park, I'd say you wasted your trip going there. Central Park, originally opened in 1857 with 178 acres. This beautiful natural historical landmark now covers 840 stunning acres. The last stop of my trip in New York City would be the Bronx. The Bronx is where my dad grew up, so I wanted to check it out to see what it's about. Bronx. This New York borough was named after a European who was the first recorded settler in the mid-1600s. Because I am currently way too tired to even think about driving all the way back to Los Angeles from New York, I decided to enlist the airport. Now, I had my cars flown to me from destination to destination, so it won't be that hard for them to be flown back. Right now, I'm currently choosing the Los Angeles Airport, or LAX, to get back to. Just to give you a short summary about how my flight was, it was muggy, it was stuffy, and it was uncomfortable. You know that feeling when you know that you're really close to home and you can just already capture the scenery around you saying, yeah, this is it. That is the feeling that I have right now. I could already just tell how things have changed. Maybe it's because, it's daytime right now, but I feel due to my traveling experience, I have came back changed. To end on an affirmation, a road trip isn't something that you just experience. A road trip is something that you grasp, something that you remember, something that you capture. You cannot just experience something as is going outside of your comfort zone and learning, looking, experiencing something new and just say, yo, it was nice. It's something better than that. It's something that is personal to you.